Friday night is the big game. Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets, West Bloomfield Lakers. The winner moves on to the regional round of the MHSAA Division I boys basketball playoffs. The loser, they take Orchard Lake Road home until next basketball season. Stay tuned right here for more coverage from both of these teams, especially Friday night and into next week as we get ready for the regional round. One of our local teams will be moving on. It's a big game, but not uncharted territory for either the Lakers or the Eaglets. Both teams in similar spots this season in the win-loss column, but O-Lake, they have a very different recent history to their neighbors to the south. We go live to West Bloomfield High School and our very own Jake Schaff for even more preview coverage of Friday's Orchard Lake Road Showdown. Jake.
Tyler, I don't know if you could feel the excitement coming through the screen right now, but there is an electricity that is going through Orchard Lake Road right now. And as you said, that can only mean one thing. With this sense of wonder and this competition in the air, it is time for another Orchard Lake Showdown. This is what the community wants to see, Tyler. Two dynamic teams duking it out on the basketball court to achieve greatness. And not only that, but two teams with a plethora of history between them, as the previous Orchard Lake Showdown took place just last year, with the Eaglets prevailing over the Lakers 69-44. Now, both teams have had a bit of a rocky start in the regular season, but have truly come alive as the playoffs have gone on. And both teams are well aware that on Friday night, it is going to be a showdown and a very difficult opponent that each team is facing. Todd Covert, the coach of the Orchard Lake St. Mary Eaglets, had this to say on what the team needs to prepare for if they want to stand a chance against the Lakers.
It comes down to playing defense and rebound and take care of the ball. You know, we know they're going to pressure us, and they're really well coached, and they got a lot of good players on that team, and it'll take every bit of us to have a chance.
Of course, Tyler, when it comes to sports like this, and I'm not just talking about basketball, but there's more to gain from competition than just winning. Being out on that court, sharing these experiences with the team you fought through every single battle with, it forges those bonds and creates lasting memories. Eric Pierce, the athletic director with West Bloomfield High School, spoke to us on what the basketball experience is truly like.
You always remember that moment in high school when you had the big game, the big shot, the big memory that you have. And we always say in West Bloomfield Athletics, if you had those memories, if you went through West Bloomfield Athletics and you'd say, hey, I'd gladly trade it to go back in and play another 4 years for WB, then we're doing our job here. But the memories last a lifetime, and we always reminisce, and we always laugh, and we always have a good time.
Eaglets versus Lakers. Game takes place Friday, February 27th, right here at West Bloomfield High School. Will the Eaglets assert their dominance once again, or will the Lakers power through and take their revenge? Either way, Tyler, there's a lot to look forward to here, and it's going to be a very fun game.
Yeah, the Eaglets' two recent trips to the Breslin for state championship weekend on the boys' side, including bringing home a state title in one of those appearances as well. Todd Covert, a championship head coach, and Orchard Lake St. Mary's lifer. He's going to have his team prepared for that game. I saw him watching the entirety of that West Bloomfield game on Wednesday night against Walled Lake Northern, and he was very intently taking notes. He had pages, Jake, he had as many notes on his lap at that game as I've got here on the table for the Splash Live every single day. It's going to be a big game. And then the same thing was going on with Arnett Jordan, his team at West Bloomfield, very intently watching Orchard Lake and that dominant win on Wednesday against Walled Lake Central. These are two teams that, you look on paper, they didn't have a whole lot of wins this season. They lost way more games than they won over the course of the regular season. But strength of schedule, something in common for these two teams, that's going to play a factor on Friday night. Very similar styles of play, physical, attack the basket, get your shooters open. One of these teams that comes out of this district could very well make their way to the Breslin and be a big threat in D1.
You're right, Tyler. Like you said, tough records this season, very difficult schedules they've had to go through, but it's like when I spoke with Arnett Jordan a few days ago, this is what these hard schedules are all about. Yeah, it was a bit rough in the regular season, but you come to the playoffs, and that is when you truly show what you are capable of. And that's been the case for both of these teams that we've seen all throughout this weekend, all throughout this season. So either way, one team is going to be taking home all the glory, and it's going to be exciting to see.
The Orchard Lake Road Showdown. We've seen this on the boys basketball side in the playoffs in the last couple of years. We saw it on the girls side last year as well. Both of these teams coming into West Bloomfield High School, where championship journeys have begun in recent seasons in Division I. Live in West Bloomfield, Jake Schaff, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tyler.
6 p.m. tip-off on Friday night. We'll have our coverage for you here on the Splash Live to kick off next week, where one of these teams will be in the regional round. It all goes through Orchard Lake Road. North versus South. Orchard Lake St. Mary's versus West Bloomfield. Home court advantage goes to West B on Friday.